Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace, and today is Monday, December 13th. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting, because that is what I love to do all day, every day. I have various social medias that you can follow me on. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there. I also have show notes which have links to things that I will be talking about. And I may or may not remember to put everything in. If I forget and you have a question about something, please feel free to send me a message. I would love to say hello. That is on my blog, so if you're on YouTube, the link to my blog will be down below, or if you're on my blog already, everything is already there. I also work at a yarn store. It is called Pearly Girls. It is in Spring, Texas, and I will include all of the various links, social medias, all that stuff. If you want to come check us out, either online or in person, that would be absolutely wonderful. We would love to see you, or see you virtually online. We have very little to talk about today, because I have been a busy bee. A very busy bee with a lot of fun holiday things and just life stuff. So we'll see what this episode turns into. I have no idea. I have some ideas, but we'll see. I don't know. Anyway, I'm in front of the tree again. The laundry is going again. There are laundry sounds. I apologize. But again, that is reality, so we're just keeping it real over here, people. Everyone has to do their laundry, and that's just a fact. So I'm also getting ready to sneeze, and that is also a reality. Excuse me. Okay, so if you would like to grab something tasty to drink, I have a latte, a very festive peppermint mocha latte. This is my second of the day, no shame, because it's cold outside. If you like to grab something tasty to drink, something to snack upon, something to craft upon, an animal to snuggle, maybe you're on your lunch break, maybe you're wrapping presents, that could also be a thing. I have done no wrapping, but most of my shopping is done, so there is that, but no wrapping has happened yet. Which is nice, because then that means I can still sit in front of the tree and there's space for me. Anyway, whatever brings you joy and rest and relaxation during this episode, you should go do that. Go get those things, and you can come back and join me for some crafty chat. That is so good. I did very well. Okay, so everyone, I've been working on Advents. Really, that's been the main thing that I've been working on. I've also made like a significant dent in my road trip cardigan, but that's really like the only two things that I have made. I also I do have a finished object that I do not have anymore, because it was a white elephant gift. I did take a picture of it though, so there is that. I need to post that. I went to a holiday Christmas pajama party over the weekend, and it required a white elephant gift, and me not wanting to brave the stores, because that does not sound like fun. Me, who ordered online and did curbside pickup for my gifts that I got, which was very convenient. It's not about going into a store, so I decided to quickly make one. And if you have watched the podcast for a long time, or if you also know me in person, you may know, or you may have received one. I have made many knit cacti, and you can get the little clay pots from a craft store, your local craft store. And so I just very quickly whipped up a cactus at work, and here it is. And I also had the thought to put a Santa hat on it. So I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. It was quite the hit at the White Elephant party, and it actually ended up being picked by a crafter. I think she said that she crocheted, and I thought that was so perfect. Like, out of everyone who was there, it just happened to be her, and she was a crocheter. So that was really wonderful. I don't have any form of pattern for either the cactus or the Santa hat. I just kind of cast on and went to town, and thankfully it turned out really well. So if you're going to a White Elephant party and you don't know what to bring and don't have time to go brave the stores, but you do have time to whip together a little makeshift thing, making a little cactus. And there are plenty of patterns on Ravelry. It's just that I know how I like to make mine. So, but there are lots of really fun options on Ravelry or online, wherever you find them. So I would highly recommend that if you are looking for something like that. It is quite the crowd pleaser, because then it's like, this was my gift, I also made it. And that's always fun. Anyway, so that was my one finished object. That did take most of Saturday, because the party was Saturday evening, and I worked on it pretty much all day. And then I did have a little time to work on my advent. It worked on Saturday as well. So that was very wonderful. It was a good stash buster. This is why we have stash. People, this is for these type of situations. Random White Elephant needs. You have stash. And I happen to have the perfect greens, the perfect tweed, the perfect red and white. And it was just amazing. So that was my finished object. Long story short, that was my finished object. So next up, what I have worked on is my road trip cardigan by Laura of Modest by Laura. That is her designing name, and on Instagram. And I love this so much. It is so squishy. I love this yarn. I love this pattern. I finished my sleeve and my first sleeve. I still have my second sleeve to go. I had grandiose plans of finishing the first sleeve and picking up the second sleeve like immediately, and then also doing the collar before today, and I probably could have gotten it done. I just didn't. Reality here, another reality check. Like, we have these grand plans, and if they don't happen, they just don't happen. And that's okay, because this time of year, we're all super busy, and that is okay. And this is obviously is for myself, and I have no deadline for this. But yes, I am super excited about this. I think it will be very snuggly and cozy. I went with the white cuff and then the pink bind off. Also because I need to make sure I have enough of the white. So it worked out pretty well. I'm really liking how it turned out. And then I've also been using this green Christmas light stitch marker, and then this little progress keeper from, both of them are from Hand Stitch Life. I've had this guy for a while, and then I just recently got this one, and I love it so much. It's like festive, but also works good throughout the year, and I love those types of things. So, what is my yarn? My yarn is Hudson and West Company in the Forge base, and the Aspen is the white, and I believe it's Dusk. Yeah, Dusk is the pink. So I just have one more sleeve to do, and then what am I showing you? There we go. There's the sleeve. The sleeves are huge, and I love that. I love any and all oversized Positive Ease. That is my happy place. And then I have the collar to do around the front, obviously. So I'm not trying to take too long. We're just trying to push our yarn to the most capacity it can have. That made a lot of sense. We're using our yarn wisely is basically what I'm trying to tell you. And we've reached now this time. My foot has fallen asleep. Or is about to fall asleep, I should say. Also, very quickly, what am I wearing? I'm wearing my Noro and Hobby Diablo Felix pullover by Amy Christophers. I love this thing. This is one of my, I think I knit this year. Yes, I think I did. Back in April. I remember I wore it in April. Oh, hi! Hello! Did you come to join? Or do you want me to spread out the blanket for you? I need to spread out the blanket. The child is requesting assistance. Okay, we're back now. I've helped the child. He now has a blanket to lay on. And he's just the sweetest little boy in the whole world. You want to lay down? I know you want snuggles, but I'm busy right now. Can you just lay down there? Can you lay down? He's like, pay attention to me. What are you doing, you human? I know. You're just so cute. Thank you for coming and joining us. This is very kind of you. I love you. Everyone, this is Birdie. Hence the name, the Cat Knit Podcast. He was the cat that I have. And he is the sweetest little boy. Anyway, I will try not to be distracted. So, the road trip cardigan, loving that. It has been much fun to knit, and I cannot wait to wear it. I cannot wait to finish it. It will be very fun indeed. Indeed, indeed. So I worked on that, and then I worked on my Advent, so we're gonna talk about that. I actually have, I got behind, whoopies. I have 2 Advents, technically 4, but I've got 2 days of each to open, so we're gonna do that together because we need content. So now we have like a little bit of a birdie butt. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Right there. I moved the camera so you could be in the shot and then you moved out of the way. That wasn't very nice. Oh well. Anyway, so I am doing 2 Advent calendars this year. This is my first time doing 2. I have been loving it. I am not putting any pressure on myself to keep up with anything because that is just too much pressure, and I am not about that, especially right now because things are supposed to be fun and enjoyable, and I'm enjoying opening one every day, and I will get to the project when I do. So I've been just slowly making progress, and it's just been very fun. My first one that we're going to talk about, I also have a wonderful project bag to share with you as well. But first of all, the project itself. So, I am doing Wavy Wiggles by Stephen West out of my Lavender Loon Boho Chic Advent Calendar, and I am loving it so much. I'm just getting ready to add in another color, which I believe will be this one. Just very pretty. And then it will go to this one, and then this one, and then this one. This is the progression. I have really enjoyed one. So the other Advent calendar, obviously, that I'm doing is Heathers of Heathered Handmaids, and that's more of a fade, or like a very nice blendy progression of colors, I guess. And this Boho Chic one is very not that. It's very stripy, and I love it. And it's so fun to have both. And obviously I didn't really know what to expect of either one of them. I didn't know what the color plan was. So it's been very fun to have both. I think it's been very fun, and I'm just making my way. So I think I'm working on day 7. So we have day 8, day 9, day 10, 11, and then I've got 12 and 13 to open. We can do that now together. Let's do that together. So we've got day 12, which was technically yesterday on Sunday when I'm recording this. Ooh! Oh, I love this. It is so pretty. I love that. It's just so goldeny, and I love the like the speckles right there. Love it. Okay, so that's day 12. We're getting to a point where I'm starting to question if I can remember the order of these things as I open them. So we'll see. Oh, I love that. Okay, wow. We are loving these colors. I love that so much. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see how that knits up. So we've got 12 and 13, which was today. So that is so exciting. I love opening yarn advent calendars. It's my favorite. So, I mentioned that I have, this is living in a new project bag now, because the bags that they were living in, the bag that it was living in was just getting too small. Obviously, because we have a big Stephen West shawl being created, and I've also been keeping all the mini skeins in the bag as well. So there was just not enough space. But I was reached out to by the lovely Elena of Farmhouse Sewing Cafe, and she very, very kindly offered to send me one of her bags to show to you guys, which I was just floored by. It was just so kind of her. I couldn't believe it. And so I get to show you the bag that she let me pick out and that I just received earlier this week, or at the end of last week, in the mail. So this is the bag. This is her medium size, and I believe that this is the hot chocolate or hot cocoa. I don't remember what this fabric was called. Let me look. I know I have it in my messages. What is it? Hot chocolate print. Yes. So it is the hot chocolate print, which is very obviously aptly named. I thought it was super cute. Here is this cute little, let me see if I can, leather. Ooh. This is proving to be harder than I thought it was going to be. Ooh, there we go. There we go. That is her little tag. And this is such a well-made bag. Obviously you have your handle to carry it along. You've got a very well-made and sturdy drawstring, which is really great. But it is one of the most like sturdy, not gonna fall over bags, especially if you've got it full of stuff. Which also, check out the lining. It's so cute. They're little peppermints and I love it so much. It's super squishy, and it seems like it's got some kind of like squishy interfacing in it or something like that, and so because of that it stands up really well, in addition to having the box bottom, which is also a very high quality material. So I am so excited about this bag. Again, thank you Elena so much for sending me this. On the inside there is also one of these little clippy things for whatever you may want to clip on the inside, which I think is nice, so you don't lose things. But I have been keeping all of my Advent stuff in this bag, and it has not even remotely become full yet, so that's very exciting. I will continue to keep my Advent, at least my Wavy Wiggles, in here just because It is festive and I love it, and it also will be like a good wintry bag. The winters that we have here in Houston, which is, I mean, it has been cold the past couple of days, so that's been very nice. But I love this so much. So yes, this is Farmhouse Sewing Cafe, and I will link her stuff in the show notes. Here is her Instagram, so go check her out. I know she's got some really cute stuff. She also just has so many fun prints, and would highly recommend her bags. They are very well made, very high quality, and I cannot wait to add more to my collection in the future because I just love them so much. She also has cleaning instructions on the inside, which is also very nice and handy. So, yes. Farmhouse Sewing Cafe, home of my wavy wiggles and all my bazillion mini skeins. It is quite the party, and I love it so much. And we're gonna wrap these little guys back up because I am going to start to forget the order that they go in. So that's number 12. And we're gonna wrap up number 13. And there we go. Still plenty of room to spare. Love this. So, next up, my other advent that I've been working on. So I had a bit of a change of plan, and if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen, but so the other advent calendar that I've been working on, like I said, is Heather's of Heathered Handmaids, and I was working on Honey, I Shrunk My Stash, or The Stash by Knit Graffiti, which was just a plain brioche shawl, and I was really enjoying it. But then I saw another pattern on Instagram, which happens to everybody. We are working on things, and then we see something else that we would prefer to make, and then we just have a change of plan, and that happens. So this is the City Fade wrap, I believe, and I think her name is also Lauren. Her name is Lauren, and on Instagram she's the Yarn Addict Company excuse me. I can read. And she's got some beautiful yarn. She is an indie dyer, but she is also a she's got a couple designs out, which is very exciting. And so she posted about this, and I think it just, the colors that I think she may have used an advent calendar from a previous year or something like that, or maybe she made it last year or something like that. I'm not super sure of the situation, but I saw the picture and I was like, oh, I think I need that. I think I really need to do that. So I frogged the brioche shawl, and I started this new one, and I'm very behind. I know I'm very behind. Clearly I'm only on day 4, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's okay. That's fine. I've still been opening the mini skeins, and I've been winding some of them, and we're just plugging along as we go, and I'm just loving it. So you actually hold the yarn double, which has been really awesome, and I just feel like it makes such a squishy fabric. Obviously the brioche created a very squishy fabric as well, but it was a different type of squishy. I'm gonna knit that pattern at some point because it creates the most beautiful brioche shawl. But just because of the nature of Heather's Advent and like the variegated and the solid, and like the solids transitioning super well with the variegateds, I just thought that this would be a better pattern for her yarn, which is actually very like full circle. She apparently test knit this pattern when it came out, and when she said that, I remembered her working on that and seeing pictures of it and all that kind of fun stuff. So hers, I believe, is a rainbow, and it is beautiful. So the fact that I'm using her advent calendar, it's come full circle. It's very wonderful. I am currently working with this color, which I don't remember what it is called. So since the other one, since my Wavy Wiggles moved into this bag, this City Fade wrap or whatever is now living in my two smaller Christmassy bags. And I have all my mini skeins and stuff in here. So, yes. And I believe I'm past where I was on the brioche shawl in regards to using yarn and having to frog things and restarting everything, but that's okay, and I'm super excited. The nice thing about having this be kind of like a transitional fade is that I can kind of gauge like what comes next, basically, and also because I know how Heather's colors work, and so let's see if I can pick these up. This is the fade. I start over here. I'm continuing on from over there, and we're kind of going in this creamy color. I love this. This is super fun. And she's just had the cutest names, and she's just very inspired, and I love seeing her inspirational pictures and all that kind of fun stuff. I do have my main skein, which I have plans to do something with, obviously, and I'm very excited to come up with whatever that may be when the time comes. And that is not right now, but maybe in the new year. So anyway, I have 12 and 13 to open, so we're going to do that together now, because opening advent calendars is fun to do together. Woo! There's the purple. I knew it was coming. Oh my goodness. This is my favorite color so far. I thought the Sleepy Kitty, which is also very much a favorite, this was my favorite, but I love this so much. This is gorgeous, and this is called Sweater Pile, so that is fun. I am so excited that the purple has showed up. That makes me very happy. Heather does the best purples. So now let us open 13. And here we go. Ooh! So here we have our solid to go with. I should have cut this one out. So we have our variegated up at the top and our solid down at the bottom. I love those. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot these. Ooh, and this is a very good transition. I think that'll be very nice. So the nice thing about this pattern, it is definitely one that I can't do super mindlessly. There's some twisting of stitches and stuff that requires some paying attention to make sure I grab both strands of the yarn and make sure I'm knitting the right stitch and I don't drop anything and all that kind of stuff, which is totally fine. Because the Wavy Wiggles is completely mindless at this point. I do not need the pattern, and which is really convenient, so then I don't have to worry about what I'm doing. And this one, it's not that I have to look at the pattern necessarily or read the pattern, but like I just have to watch my knitting, which is fine. But it's creating this, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's not a rib. You're basically just twisting the stitches, and then you have some other fancy stuff that you do, and I'm just loving this texture. It's knit. It's not super wide, and I'm very excited. And I also love, I love a good stash busting scrappy project. They make me so happy, but I'm also loving that I can use the entire mini skein with this because I am knitting basically until it's done. That is my plan of attack anyway. I'm pretty sure that there is a specific amount that you knit with each color before you start marling with the next color. But I'm just knitting until I run out of yarn, and I think that's really awesome. If there are particular colors that I really, really love, though, I may keep a little bit extra or out of the Advent project itself to use in something else. But that is my Heathered Handmaids Advent calendar that I'm loving so much, and I don't care that I'm behind. I probably will stop winding things up though until I knit my little stash. But I'm so excited about this! The sweater pile, and then this is called Winter Cap, which I think is very fun. Oh, I just love that so much. So beautiful! Can't wait to see where this ends up at. So that is very fun. And we're just making progress, moving forward. I need to put in a progress keeper now on that one since I have showed it to you guys. But I love that so much. In other fun news, I received some Christmassy gifts. This Sandy by the Lakeside bag from Debbie at Pearly Girls, who I work with, which is super exciting. I do not have any Sandy by the Lakeside bags, and she gave me some cute socks, some llama socks as well. They're on the table. And I love that so much. And then my friend Andrea, who I also work with, she dyed this yarn, and I'm super excited to make something with it. I don't know what, but we all have matching skeins. So I think socks was mentioned, which may happen, and I don't even want to talk about my whole sock experience this year. That was a major fail. But that is a conversation for another time because I don't feel like talking about it right now. This may be socks, this may not be socks, and that's okay. But I love this so much. She did such a beautiful job. So, yes. This is very exciting. These are the yarny, crafty gifts. And, yes. What else do I have? Do I have anything else to discuss? I don't think so. This is a shorter episode. But such is life. It happens sometimes. And that's okay, you know. That is okay. It is okay. But we have had cooler weather. It's been pretty cold. It's been pretty rainy. It's been pretty windy and gloomy, and I love it so much. This is my favorite type of weather. Minus the ups and downs, because I think tomorrow's it's going to be in the 80s, and it's like, my nose and sinuses cannot take the change. I need it to be gradual. But oh well. It's life here. That's what it is. And that's okay. But anyway, I guess that is all that I have for you all this week. I do apologize for the shorter episode, but I mean, it is what it is, and we may have more next week, we may not, but we will see. We will see. I don't know. But anyway. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and giving me some of your time. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend and you continue to have a wonderful week. If you have crafty plans, I hope that they are successful. Obviously, I have all the Advent knitting to do, and I am just enjoying every moment of it. I should probably start rotating in other projects because I know I'm so behind on my admins that it's not like I'm going to get them done in December anyway. I'd like to finish my road trip cardigan, but I said that last week, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just finish the second sleeve and then I'll say it again one more time next week and eventually finish it. But it's getting done. It's just a matter of when and picking projects to work on. And then I have all my other projects back here that I have on my needles that I can pick from. And my hair got stuck in the tree, but that's okay. So I have all the various social medias. I have all the show notes, yarn store information, all the various places. If I forget, or if you just want to say hello, please feel free to send me a message. I would love to say hi. It's just, I love hearing from people. It makes me feel very special. And you are special. You are wonderful for hanging out with me. So that is all that I have. You are wonderful. You are enough. I hope you are having a wonderful, safe, and just exciting, relaxing holiday season. We are all busy during this time of year, and I feel like there's an element of just overwhelming. The year is coming to an end and we've got all this stuff to get done. We've got to fit everything into the very end of the year, but it's okay to not do everything. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to stay home. It's okay to say no to things if you're tired. If you need recharging time, because that is a very valid need. I know I need that. Recharging is very important. Love being with people, but I also need my chill time. I hope you get to do all the fun things that bring you joy or just make you happy, especially in this holiday season. So I have one more episode before the end of the year, and so no worries. I'll be back next week with hopefully more progress on all the things and maybe more projects, but I don't know. We will see. I don't know. Also, if you've been following my delicious jams and jellies adventures on my Instagram stories, that has also been wonderful. I have loved I've gotten so many comments and messages about the jams and jellies, and it's just been so wonderful to talk to so many people. And then it's also just like, it's been, yesterday was the last day, unfortunately, and it was just a wonderful time to remind myself to slow down in the morning and just like have a moment and enjoy my delicious jam or jelly. Which is also funny because, like I said on my Instagram stories 2 days ago, I think, there's a quote from National Treasure that is a question about the preservation room, and the line back to that is it not a room full of delicious jams and jellies? And every time I opened this advent calendar, that's all I could think about, and it's just funny. It brought me joy. It made me laugh. It made me slow down. It made me have quiet moments in the morning and have a delicious little snack and breakfast with my coffee. And I'm just really grateful for that. I was not expecting it, and it was a very surprising joy for me to have. And I'm sad that it's over, but thank you for coming along with that journey. If you follow me on Instagram, that's where everything was happening, but no more delicious jams and jellies. It's over. It was just a 12-day thing, but that's okay. All good things must come to an end, you know. It was a wonderful experience. Anyway, okay, I have rambled on long enough. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. You are wonderful. You are enough. I hope you have wonderful festive times. Hopefully you get some rest this week, maybe some good crafting, and take time for yourself. Set aside some time to do a little bit of crafting if you haven't had time. I promise that it will make you feel better if you are feeling stressed. Just a little bit of crafting goes a long way. It really does. It's very important. Would highly recommend. Anyway, that is all that I have for you this week. The sleeping birdie says goodbye. Oh, wrong way. There we go. It's hard to do it because it's mirrored. He's sound asleep. And he's snoring. So he says goodbye. I say goodbye. I will see you all next week.